Today I'm talking about 3 Michelle Yeoh films from the early 2000s. What? And the names of those 3 films are Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Memoirs of a Geisha, and Silver Hawk. First up is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This is a 2000 Hong Kong film. This is an infamous film because it has some of the most incredible wire work done, period. No doubt that it deserves all of the praise for all of the wire work because that was, without a doubt, the best part of the film. It was so incredible. If you haven't seen it, there's certain fighters that have the ability to basically become like weightless in a sense, or it's kind of like they are on the moon. It's that kind of like floatiness. There's just something so special about it. It's satisfying and it just works, like the way they run across walls, or like the tree fight at one point. They're just kind of like bouncing on trees and it's so incredible. It clicks something in my brain that I'm just like, yes, more please. I love this. And the action in general was great. There were a lot of quick cuts that I wasn't huge into. I like it better, especially with this type of action film where there's the wider shots where you can really see and appreciate like the mastery of what it is that they're doing. The story itself is basically about this pretty rich girl who just is bored with the rich person life and just wants adventure. And so she does some dumb things and people try to help her, but she has problems accepting help. And the story is good. The story is decent. I definitely liked the ideas of the story. I wasn't super into, how do I even say it? What is it exactly? Like, I don't know if it's the tone or the pacing or just kind of like a general vibe of it. It's very, what is the word? Like, it's definitely taking its time to do things, and I'm like, I don't want you to take your time. I don't know what the right word is. There's just like a certain ethereal essence of this film that I'm just like, that's not the exact vibe that I was hoping for with this film. I'm definitely cool with like the love story aspect of this. There's in a sense 2 different love stories. I enjoyed the younger person one, though that did kind of come out of nowhere, but I think it hit really well. But yeah, don't get me wrong though, I still enjoy this a good solid amount. It's a quite like, so it's basically a 4 out of 5 for me. Would I recommend it? Totally. Just for the action alone, like the wire work deserves all of the praise that it has gotten. Just be mindful that like the rest of the stuff might not perfectly strike a chord with you, but that's okay because the action is without a doubt worth it. It's incredible. So yes, definitely recommend. Next up is Memoirs of a Geisha. This is a 2005 film. And man, okay, I know this film won some awards and stuff, but it felt so gross. The premise is it's about a bunch of Japanese geishas. This is an American film in English. The book was written by a white guy. The screenplay was written by a white woman. The movie was directed by a white guy. And then 3 of the main actors are of Chinese ancestry. Michelle Yeoh is Malaysian. But like, this is a Japanese story about Japanese characters. And like, you do got Ken Watanabe, who's fantastic in this. And he's Japanese, but like, it just gives off such a gross vibe because it's like, this is a very iconic Japanese thing, and you don't really have any Japanese people involved in this. And like, you can tell stories that are not of your own culture. That's definitely a thing you can do. And the original writer did lots of research, like talking to a geisha. But like, I'm more okay with it when it's a book, and he did do his research. He did talk to the right people. But when it's a movie, there are literally thousands of jobs. You can definitely give someone who has a personal cultural connection to the subject matter the job. Especially when it's like, this is a movie about a culture. Like, it's not just a movie that happens to be set in Japan. It's a movie that's about a very Japanese thing. And it's a bunch of white people and Chinese people who are making it. I definitely appreciated the costumes. I definitely think this is a well-made film. I just like, I could not get past just this gross feeling. And I didn't know this going into it. I think that would have helped me because I just assumed Michelle Yeoh was gonna play a Chinese woman or a Malaysian woman. I didn't expect her to play someone Japanese. So yeah, I don't know. This wasn't a didn't liked. This was a meh, so it's a 2 out of 5. Would I recommend it? I mean, if you're really curious about it, you can give it a shot for sure, especially knowing what you know now. Like, you're going into it better informed than I was. But yeah, no, it really missed the mark for me, so yeah. And lastly is Silver Hawk. This is a 2004 Hong Kong film. And the basic premise is Michelle Yeoh basically plays Batman, but like the really cheesy version of Batman. She's worth $2 billion. And she wants to be a vigilante, but she has to keep her identity secret to protect herself, I guess. And like this movie's very aware of what it is. It's very silly, it's very cheesy, it's very over the top. And like that is fun, but there's not a lot else to this film. Now, I think had I found this in the mid-2000s, like 16-year-old Charlie, I think he would have enjoyed this film a good solid amount. I don't know if it would have been a really liked for him, but he definitely would have had a good time with it, for sure. But like, a big part of it is like her getting unmasked, and that happens pretty early on, and then it just is like spinning its wheels doing silly stuff. I didn't find the action all that great. This movie's an hour and 40 minutes long. At 40 minutes, I paused it to do something and was like, oh, how much time is left? I think I'm almost done with the movie. And it was like, oh, I still have an hour left to go? That's not great. I thought I had like 20 minutes left. So yeah, I think it's like a short film. This would be fun if this had been like a nice tight 40 minutes, like a TV special in a sense. Yeah, no, I could have bumped this up a good solid amount, but there's just not a lot of story there and the action really didn't grab me at all. It's just so silly and ridiculous. And like, I can like silly and ridiculous things, but it's just like, it's just too much for me. It's just too over the top. Yeah, this was recommended to me by my brother. This is his copy that he's had since the mid-2000s. Yeah, I feel bad that it really missed the mark for me. And so yeah, no, I don't recommend it. He would though. I think you just gotta be like in the exact right mind space for this movie, and then it could probably work for you, but if you're not, it's not gonna. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, sitting at number 20 in the Kawaii-like section. And then after that is Memoirs of a Geisha, sitting at number 34 in the meh section. And then bringing up the rear is Silver Hawk, sitting at number 36 in the didn't like section. And this has a total of 36 old movies so far this year. It's fine, I can just be out of focus. I don't care that our friggin' face. It's two faces too. Okay, bye.